Today, what we're going to do is we're going to do a comparison between Webull and Fidelity. And so without further ado, I'm glad that you joined us. We're going to dive right into it. So Webull, and then we're actually going to go through both platforms. So I have both platforms pulled up so you can kind of get a glimpse into what they look like, the look and feel of it. So Webull versus Fidelity, we'll do the platform comparison later. Right now, we're going to cover the features and benefits. And so we got Webull is the middle column. Fidelity, of course, you can see that logo is going to be the most right-hand column. And so we're just going to go through some of these categories that we selected. So we feel like that will give you a good overview of these both platforms. And then we dive into what kind of traders both platforms are best for. And so best for active traders, Webull is options traders and tech-savvy, cost-conscious investors. Fidelity is best for long-term investors, retirement planners, and clients who need comprehensive financial services. So there's a both of them are very distinct. You can trade with Fidelity similar to Webull, and you can trade in Webull similar to Fidelity, but they kind of serve different markets and different purposes. So the investment selection here at Webull is going to be limited to stocks, ETFs, options, fractional shares, futures, and cryptocurrency. And as far as, and I believe I did see Forex in my first review, so we'll have to verify that. Fidelity's is extensive. They have stocks, ETFs, mutual funds, bonds, options, international stocks, and Forex. So you can see here, Fidelity kind of has things that are historical investment vehicles, whereas Webull has newer investment vehicles or higher moving, more volatile investment vehicles. I haven't seen Forex on Fidelity, so I'm not sure that that is totally true. I haven't been able to trade Forex, but I have been able to trade crypto on Fidelity, and their crypto options are limited. So we're going to get there. I'm jumping ahead. Fees, stocks, ETFs, and equity options are commission free at Webull. Regulatory fees and wire transfer fees, of course, apply. As far as Fidelity, stocks and ETFs are commission free. Option contracts are 65 cents each. Thousands of mutual funds are offered without transaction fees. And that's one note that you definitely want to understand is the management fee or any type of fees when you pick up an ETF, when you pick up a mutual fund. Sometimes there are fees attached, especially for funds that are actively managed. And what that means is there's an actual financial person managing your investments, managing the fund, rotating securities in, rotating them out, etc. Platforms. The platforms are intuitive and easy to use desktop, web, and mobile app with advanced charting tools. They include extended trading hours and paper trading. I do believe Fidelity also includes extended hours, so pre-market and aftermarket with this new update. The powerful Active Trader Pro for advanced traders, plus a robust web platform and mobile app for all investors. Crypto trading. Webull offers a variety of cryptocurrencies. So if you're more in that space, Webull might be better for you. Fidelity has limited cryptocurrency right now. They offer Litecoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. So that is the offering. We're going to go to the next page. I'm going to try not to keep you too long. Again, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. We have to say that. Please consult your financial advisor, tax advisor, or legal consultant when doing anything with your money. Research and education. So Webull, I think I'm leaning towards Webull because I do like that they're focused on technical analysis. They've got limited tools for fundamental research, and their educational content is going to be a little less comprehensive than Fidelity's. Now, Fidelity's research and education is top tier. Comprehensive research tools for stocks, funds, market analysis. They've got Morningstar. They've got tons of analyst reports that you can access. Morningstar, one of them, I believe that evaluates different funds. And they've got an extensive library of educational content for all experience levels. Account types. So this is very important. Roth IRA is a big word now, or popular, and it should be. And you should have one, and you should try to max that out. So Webull is going to have that Roth IRA. They've got brokerage accounts, traditional IRA, Roth IRA, and rollover IRA. Fidelity is going to have 401ks. So lots of times you might have a Fidelity account. If you were at a previous employer and you're no longer with that employer, but you held a 401k. Usually the fund administrator or 401k administrator would be Fidelity. So they would just send your account over to Fidelity. You would sign up and you would have access to your funds. Now, Fidelity's got 529 plans and managed accounts. And so when you're looking over here at Fidelity, it's like this is more long-term retirement planning. Customer service. So this is one biggie right here. Webull offers phone and online support, but wait times can be long and live chat may be limited. There is no in-person support, like branches, local in-person support like branches. Whereas Fidelity, they've got excellent 24/7 phone support and access to local branches for in-person assistance. Other services. So Webull is primarily focused on trading and investment accounts, whereas Fidelity is going to be your full service brokerage with banking services. I actually have a bank account with Fidelity. I've got a debit card. They have credit cards. You can get your mortgages and you can do wealth management through them. So if you're thinking, hey, I want a one-stop shop, I don't want to go all of these places. I want my investments, my banking, my retirement, how to plan for my future, how to plan for the baby, the marriage, etc., or the new car, college. That's going to be Fidelity. Fidelity is going to be your best bet. If you're kind of independent, you like to trade, you're an active trader, you like technical analysis more so than fundamental analysis, Webull might be your platform. Let's jump into the research tools. Webull has a reasonably strong research presence on its platform. It's going to specialize in technical analysis with some tools available for fundamental analysis. So even some necessary technical indicators are a paid upgrade. Webull does not have a strong investor dashboard with alert and watch lists available along with real-time streaming quotes and analyst reviews. Portfolio management tools are a little bit lacking. For Fidelity, they've got a vast library of research as far as fundamental research is concerned. They have a vast majority of tools like option trading tools, technical trading tools. They have heat maps, real-time trade analysis or real-time analysis tools, so you can get that information right away quickly. Now we come to a simple screen here. We're just going to compare Webull versus Fidelity. Pre-market and after hours trading. I do have to put yes on Fidelity. They just provided me with an update that they do provide this. And they've updated the name of their Active Trader Pro. But once we could jump into the platform, you'll see what the new name is. They both have robo-advisors. They both have a dividend reinvestment plan. And what a dividend reinvestment plan is when you earn a dividend from a dividend-paying stock, that dividend is automatically goes to purchase more of that stock. So when you get more of that stock, you get a bigger dividend when they do a dividend payout. It's called a DRIP, dividend reinvestment plan. Minimum deposit $0. So there are no excuses. Anybody can start investing today. $5, $10, $1. You can get a share of stock today. They've made access, and I think it was pioneered by Robinhood, but access to the investment market or to markets are extremely easy now. You don't want to gamble. you want to just have a steady submit $5 a month or $5 a week and do it into something that you buy. If you have an iPhone, do it into Apple. If you like Nike, you can invest in Nike. If you go to McDonald's every day, you can invest in McDonald's, Chipotle. There are a vast number of securities, things that you can invest in, some things that you buy and purchase in your own home. So, no excuse, anybody. We can all invest. And two ways to build wealth if you don't leave here with anything else: stocks and real estate are guaranteed two ways to build wealth. Now, you do have to back it with strategy, and that's where we come in. We help simplify complex subjects, contexts, and terms and strategies to make it simple for you so that you understand it and your confidence is built and you have clarity. We have a multitude of tools that are available to you to do this. And I think I might hit the mark. So if we maybe take 10 minutes to just jump in, we'll cover charting, market news, trading orders, trading layouts, general information, and technical indicators. And then we'll jump back into the presentation because then I'll show you who both platforms are best for. So if we jump into Fidelity, this is Fidelity Trader Plus. It's no longer called Fidelity Active Trader Pro. Their menu is going to be all at the top here. And so you can essentially, each one of these is going to be a segment. I'm calling these things segments right here. So this is what I'm calling a segment or a pop out, or I don't know the official term for this, but it's like a box, right? And so you're able to just click these menu items and a box will appear. And then you arrange the boxes how you prefer to see the boxes. So for example, if I like to see my chart on the left and the quote on the right, but you can just move that right over. You can move that right over. So you can, it's just drag and drop pretty much. Real friendly, drag and drop. And they have preset layouts for you. So this is my personal layout here. I could actually do that. One thing I do want to point out in Fidelity is you have these things called groupings. And so if I put a quote here, you can see this is group 2. You've got all the way to group 8. And so on group 2, so imagine if you have multiple screens, like if I had 3 screens, which I do here, but I can group screen 1 with 2, screen 3 with 3, screen 4 with 4. And whenever I change that security, all the information on that screen is going to change. So if we see AMD has done a phenomenal job with this investment. I've got AMD pulled up. They dropped a little bit, but we'll pull McDonald's up. I don't know why my voice is cracking all over the place, but so that's McDonald's. Trying to hold on. I was in there. 300 was a good level, but once they dropped that 300, that 299 level right there, got out. So yeah, I was trying to invest in them. But as they pull back, this presents an opportunity for you new investors. Grab up a few shares if you like McDonald's. So you can see how they link. I put MCD here, and it links right over into the chart. And what I have down here I have the indexes. So I like to look at the indexes along with the VIX. The VIX is spiking, which I'm noticing today. So this is giving me real-time updates today. I haven't really been in the market today. The VIX is spiking. It used to be nice 15, 16. So volatility is rising. Indexes are pulling back a little bit. If we go down, you have your options, so you can put that wherever. You've got a heat map that you can pull up on your securities. These are my securities. Looks like most of them are down today, but I am hedged with dog. That's an inverse. ETF. And then I went into where the momentum was telling me to go. I had a lot of positions where momentum was telling me not to go. So these are my active investments here. Got Dell, Elf, they've got momentum, AGNC, good momentum. Tried to pick KB Homes up for low prices. It looks like it's getting hit. And Las Vegas Sands, I had a huge return on the option in that thing. I let it go. So not looking good here, but you can do that. You can do your position view. You can do your heat map. You've got different accounts to choose from. And if we continue to scroll, you can see your orders, saved orders. Sorry about that. You can see all of your orders. So any of these up here, you can filter. And then there are menu items. You just have to kind of navigate through. And there, each box is going to have potentially one of these setting filters. So you can go through and, set everything up, customized to you. I don't even think I've been through there extensively. Um, then you have your closed accounts. Then we have this is our watch list and heat map. So we can see, let's look at what's been going on. Not a lot up today. So Archer, I'm looking at that. So that might be a good opportunity to get into. It's been doing well until today. Target, okay, Target might be on the comeback. Target's gotten slammed, so that could potentially be a good investment if you all like to go to Target and think they will rise above um, everything that the media is stating that they've done. Um, have to be politically correct here so we can promote the ads. We've got technicals, so you've got your overall markets, and then you can see here we've got different technicals: uptrend, downtrend, short term, uptrend, moving average crossover, which I do like, and then you've got another option to further narrow it down to the side here. And then your news, you've got the symbols that are up here. So you remember my grouping number 2, it dropped right down here so I can see all the news on McDonald's right away. Then they have topics, different sectors, what's going on in different sectors, what's going on with your positions, what's going on with your watch list, and then you can search for anything that has news. Mine is kind of not that organized. One thing I don't like about this is it's hard to scroll when you're like I'm trying to scroll down right now and you can see everything moving. But so you have to keep some of this gray space over here in order to scroll down. So that's helpful tip or trick. Try to remember to keep some gray space, or else you'll just kind of it'll just kind of it may scroll, but it'll kind of scroll down. You can get it to work, but anything that's scrollable is gonna scroll in that element. Okay, that's what I should probably call these elements. So if we go through the menu real quick, you've got a snapshot here. I'll leave this up. You can do your positions, close positions. So you see everything that's in green I have on this screen. You've got balances, activity, option summary, orders, multi-leg options. You've got your chart, your quote. We looked at the chart. We looked at the quote. You've got level 2, time and sales option chain, watch list, set alert, alerts manager, news, scanner, and fidelity. .com. So you can access the web right through here. You don't have to go to a website. And these are just shortcuts here. If I wanted to trade, I'll just pop that trade button. It'll pop up a trade ticket. I can go to options if I want to, or I can do a conditional order if I want to. Same with watch list. It'll pop up, should pop up your watch list. Let's see. Or they're telling me that I already have a watch list down here. So I can add a watch list if I wanted to. They're telling me I have that element already here. And it's tied to number 2, which is this grouping here. Anything that you see here with an X, that means you have it already set. And then I clicked on Fidelity, so you'll see that we're going right to the Fidelity web chart. You can see that MCD, this is the chart that's right here. Positions, we went through that, news and orders. So this is the Fidelity platform. Took me a little while. Hopefully it was helpful for you. One thing I do like, you've got the earnings down here on the chart. Chart is a little clunky. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not in love with it. But you can draw on it. You've got a numerous amount of drawing tools. One thing about both platforms, I don't think there's a cut pattern like TradingView has, the ellipse or the half circle. I haven't seen that, but you are able to draw on these, you know, so that I've got my parallel channel there. I have my previous price range here, which we're kind of sitting in a little bit. So, and then one thing on the web, so they have the mobile view, not the, sorry, the web view for Fidelity, and you'll get support resistance. You'll get technical indicators. So that view, I kind of like that a little bit better. But again, the web charting is it's not as smooth as trading view. I'll say it like that. And so I'm gonna pull Fidelity down. Hopefully that was helpful to you. So just remember that view. I've actually fallen in love with Webull. Not gonna lie. And this is not a plug, but it helps me out. So Webull has a different look to it. And so we'll go through their menu is on the left. I'm not sure. You might be able to change where the menu is in your settings. You might be able to put it at the top or bottom. Default is to the left. So uh, I love this tab. This is a general markets tab, your market overview, right? Your home page. What are the sectors doing? What are the overall indexes doing? Then you've got your watch list. So you see all my watch lists across the top. You've got screeners. So you've got screener, option screener, bond screener, top options, tops active 52-week ETFs, bonds. You've also got your news, your analysis and financials. So this is your fundamental research, income statement, balance sheet, cash flow, peer comparison. Peer comparison. I personally like charts because it just gives you a quick visual instead of kind of these numbers because you have to figure those out manually. We've got custom view. So this looks like a custom multi-chart view. This is really nice, actually. I might, yeah, I might use this. You've got your trade ticket here, and then you've got 4 charts, like things that you might be looking at. So this is really cool. And you can pull your watch list. Yeah, this is really nice. Um, it does not look like, well, this might be a grouping. Yes, they have groupings. So they also have the groupings similar to Fidelity. So that's a nice feature there. Then you can access your very own account. I'll put my PIN in and I can jump into my account here. This is going to be your paper trading. So this is very exciting right here. Uh, if you're not comfortable trading, if you don't want to so-called gamble, just invest in some things that you purchase around the house. If you like Elf Beauty, Ulta Beauty products, you can invest in that. Um, so if you like Ford, GM, you can invest in that. So if you're scared to, you can try paper trading and just set it, forget it, pick some good securities. You can pick part of the Mag 8, Tesla, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft. You can pick any of these companies um, and just let it sit and see what it does. So I definitely implore you to do that so you can get acclimated because then you'll start to understand how the market works. This is our options trader view, it looks like here, which is nice. Futures trader view. I don't trade futures. So this is our swing traders view, this is really nice. You've got your chart, indexes, you've got quotes, your trade ticket, your blue ocean level 2 data, positions, orders, and your watch list. So, this is kind of your active view. This is my view that I like because I kind of do analysis and I like to draw on the chart. I have the price down at the bottom. You can get more data. So these are the same thing. These elements are just customizable to however you want to view everything. I've got my watch list over here. And one thing I really like about this is the notes. So if I'm looking at a security, I can pop in notes on Norwegian Cruise Line. So it looks like Norwegian does have a cup pattern. We pull back to the prior shelf here at 2353. And so if we do turn around, we might go back to 27. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a trend channel here. Looks like we broke that trend channel. So we definitely have to base and bounce back in this trend channel for that cup to fill. And then if we scooch this out, we've got a large support resistance, definitely support right here for sure. So we've got a larger area here. We could change that color. Boom, boom. And then we've got a smaller area right here. All right, and we're still above that. So potentially this would be an area if this continues to fall, this 22, where that might bounce. Another thing here is this, you can click on this technical parameter. So these green dots here are technical parameters. And what'll happen is you'll see head and shoulders top. Oh, I see it. Look at that. That's a head. That's a shoulder. And that's the shoulder. I think that's the head and shoulders. So that's not good. Fast stochastic commodity channel. So I was like, hey, this might look good, but excuse me, this gives you additional confirmation on your technical indicators. You can see the green is head and shoulders bottom, double moving average crossover, price crosses moving averages. But this one has had a lot of negative indicators lately, starting from actual first indicator was, I don't see a date here. I'm sorry, people. So it looks like September 17th was the sign of the first indicator, and that was the drop through the moving averages. So I do see that. And it was just negative indicator since then. And since then, the stock price has fallen. So very cool over here. I like technical analysis and I love taking notes. This like your journal you can have right there so you can track, trend track. There are a bunch of other elements that I put in here. So this is the market overview, like advanced declines, industries. We see uranium, coal, healthcare, that's all up um, today. And then, so you can set these, how you can pop them out like an individual thing. You can pop them in. So I think that's really cool. You've got calendar, news, options, analysis, um, order flow, profile, financials, corporate actions, releases, related bonds, comments. So this is a cool feature. It's kind of like Reddit for Webull users only, so they can give you analysis. This guy says Carnival Corp keep getting ads for living your life on a cruise all year long. It's so tempting to just sell your house, throw everything in storage and do it. So much cheaper than even living in a retirement home or anything. I think cruises have long-term potential in this, and they shot out Carnival and Norwegian and Royal. Cruise lines. So just general information. You think your trade's going crazy, you might can do a search and hey, see what people are saying about it. We've also got global, what's happening in the globe. So we're positive over here in Shanghai. We're negative over here. We've got industry. Again, I think I might have that twice. So I really like Webull. I'm actually thinking about potentially transferring more of my accounts from Fidelity over here. Um, And it's just because I kind of like the platform. So these are all the widgets. That's what they're called, widgets. I call them elements or boxes. They're called widgets. And you can just grab a widget. They've got quote widgets, they've got trade widgets. I mean, they've got so much. They've got stocks. You can pull all of these can be widgets on your trading screen. I'm not going to go through them all, but I'm just trying to help you so when you pause the video, you can see all the widgets that are available here. Most active. One thing I like is, so let's go to screeners. Save's got a screener, so we can add this widget real quick. I can even add it up here if I wanted to. But this is your screener. You can screen by region, market cap. Let's see what else we got in here. And then here are signals. So I like RSI. We want a bullish RSI, short term and midterm. And let's do done. Got my dog in the background being antsy. She's telling me it's the time to go. So this is really cool. If you have any questions, I just kind of wanted to give you an overview, show you the layout, and you can do your black screen. You have that screen change or screen shade change. So you can do your white screen, which we saw on Fidelity, and this one is kind of whitish gray. And then you can do black screen if you prefer your background to be black. So tons of customization on these desktop platforms. Choose Webull. You're an active trader who values robust, advanced trading tools, research at a low cost. If you're tax savvy, mobile first investor who prioritizes a slick, modern app interface, you want to trade cryptocurrencies and you want access to a lot of them alongside your stocks and ETFs. If you need features like extended trading hours and paper trading, you're not really interested in mutual funds, bonds, or extensive financial advisory services, then Webull is for you. Fidelity, if you're long term, buy and hold, you want retirement, you want access to a variety of investment products, or you value exceptional customer service, including 24/7 support and local branches. So, one thing I failed to mention is Fidelity has local branches. You can go to different branches for Fidelity. You are a beginner who needs extensive educational resources and guidance, including robo-advisor services, or you prefer to consolidate all your financial needs from investing to banking with one provider. Fidelity is definitely going to be for you. All right. And so I think I went back there. Um, Check out our Investor IQ. I want to give that a plug. I'm going to end this video though. I'll show you how I use our Investor IQ. I do want to pull it up here, and we're all in this together. So we're trying to make this as good as possible. This is right on the Biddles Group website. Through our investor portal, you can go to the Investor IQ dashboard. We've got live data trending. We've got trading view charts to quickly look up anything. We're going to put symbols right here. But this is our cup pattern opportunity finder. So this is a new feature. Again, I'll go through this page and we'll do a tutorial in the next video. But you've got your charts here. You've got top stories, news, and then everything that this screener can do for you right here. And if you missed last week's Wealth Builder Collective we've got a recap that I'll upload here is October 4th's recap. And so you'll be able to listen right here if you play that button. So join our Saturday sessions or listen to the recap, pop in, hit the website, listen to the recap. Okay, I got to go check the dog. She's being crazy. Thank you so much for your time. I hope I stayed within a reasonable time frame, and I'll see you next time. Until then, happy trading.